Solve one-step inequalities. So we can solve one-step inequalities by adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, much like we did when we solved one-step equations. So let's look at some examples. So for addition, say I have 5 is less than 9. Well, I could add 4 to both sides. And notice that the statement is still true. Same thing with subtraction. Say I have 11 is greater than 6. Well, I could subtract 3 from both sides and notice that the statement is still true. Multiplication. Say I have 5 is less than 10. I could multiply both sides by 2 and my statement is still true. And finally, with division, say I have 16 is greater than 12, and I divided both of those by 2. The statement is still true. 8 is greater than 6. So let's look at some actual examples using some variables. Solve x plus 7 is greater than or equal to 10, and then graph the solution. So in order to get x by itself, to find out what x is, I want to isolate this variable by undoing what's being done to it. And I notice that plus 7 is being done to it, so I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. And so then all I have left over is x is greater than or equal to 3. So now I need to put that on a number line, so I'll use my handy dandy straight edge. Make a number line. And remember yesterday what I said is that I like to put the answer or the solution in the center. So I'm going to put 3 right in the middle and then put some numbers on either side. So 2, 1, and then on this side 4 and 5. And then I want to give my answer. Well, I notice that it's actually equal to 3, so therefore I can close the circle. So I'm going to put a circle over 3, but then I'm going to close it up. And then it says that x has to be greater than 3, so that 4, 5, all those numbers are greater than 3, so I draw an arrow. To show the solution. One more example. So solve x divided by 8 is greater than 3. I notice that x is being divided by 8, so to undo it, I want to multiply both sides by 8. And sometimes I like to use a different color to show the change that's being made to each side. And so 8 times x is 8x over 8. And I know that 8 divided by 8 is 1. And so it's just x. And then on this side, 3 times 8 is 24. So x has to be greater than 24. So again, I can use my handy dandy straight edge to graph the solution. I like to put the solution in the middle. That way I can see the graph really well. And then put some numbers on either side. And I like to space them out a little bit more so I can see all of them very easily. And then let me graph it. So 24 is where I start, but it has to stay an open circle because it's not actually equal to 24. And then it says that x is greater than 24. So what values are greater than 24? 25 and 26 and so on. So I'll draw my solution in this direction and draw my arrow.